This is just gonna start out as a different type of video. I don't necessarily have a plan for where this is gonna go. I was gonna start out with one, but I really think I'm just gonna go somewhere random with it, see where it goes. Something that I've always like questioned, not necessarily even in me, just in general in life, is like fear. Because I mean, it all comes across of everyone, but it's like, I wonder what like reinforces these ideas of fear. And maybe it's just like short ideas of expectations and stuff of that. But then I also think of like, that's been things that's been going on for years where people are just doing things that they want to do, but they be, is ultimately you don't know where it's gonna go. I think that's where the fear comes from. I think that's where some of it is. You don't know where it's gonna go. You don't know, yeah, where it's gonna go, where it's gonna lead you to. I guess that's why people are so. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with the 9 to 5, but I think that's why a lot of people are so comfortable with the 9 to 5, because there's really no risk in it, and there's also not a lot of risk when it comes to doing a lot of things that you want to do. You just got to be comfortable with I think I said something along the lines of where the fear stems from. I think I didn't forgot completely. Honestly, I might have to go into something else. I was gonna say something about like how the way used to be, and I think that's where I was getting at, with how the way people used to think versus now. Well, I don't think there's no such thing as a used to, but just, dude, that nigga is frying me up. People used to just, I don't even think it has anything to do with the used tos. I just think social media puts a bigger fear in people than it needs to. At least for now. But actually, the crazy part is that social media does such a good thing. It's like the scariest and most open space to be in is social media. It's so scary because let you not fit something that everyone else is fitting in, you could become the immediate target, which is like the scary part, I suppose, and why a lot of people don't want to do things. Why everyone tries so hard to fit in, I guess. But, you know, but I guess what I'm trying to get at for the main part of fear is like, I be thinking about the idea of damn, I say a lot. I gotta chill. I'm just gonna, whenever I don't got nothing to say, I'm just gonna be silent instead of just saying is the idea of, I guess, what's the word? It's like potential. And I don't want to say like I'm great or whatever. A lot of people think of whatever of me, but I feel like I've gotten my fair share amount of, I feel like you could do this. I feel like you got this. You're so creative, you know what I mean? And so many ideas of whatever. And as much as I see it myself, I think even if it's not even the idea of like me being lazy, I think that ties into it too. But fear is what also stops me. And I think of who else that could be, you know what I mean, detrimental to. I think it stops a lot of people from doing whatever they want to do, but then it makes me think like, what even is this fear? Because fear is really nothing, honestly. Just a bunch of ideas of what could be. He made it and died. They both made it and missed. I almost missed. That is tough. That is what we call a tough situation. Dang. Did he come back? Did he go back up? Dang. And then the idea of potential, it's like change. It's like different things that you can go for when you broadcast the idea of potential. I feel like because anyone can do like anything, you know what I mean? But I feel like when people bring up the idea of potential, it's like you have something different, even if it is something similar to what's already being done. Because let's be real, we live in an era where not much things are different from anything else. But even the creativity within whatever you're doing is so much different that you can see your own headspace in it. I think a lot of people get discouraged in the idea. Golly, both of them died. I was gonna rest him, but I just felt like throwing my melee a lot. And this video might be all over the place, honestly, because this is definitely a different type of video that I wasn't really planning on doing. Even though I've been wanting to do something like this goes into the fear. Because my main thing is I always wanted to be like a funny person, but I still want to be therapeutic. Or not therapeutic, but like, what's the word I'm looking for? This is therapeutic. That's the word I was using for earlier. But I want to be like a mentor of sorts. I don't necessarily want to be the teacher for anyone, because I don't necessarily have the answers for much, but I always want to help out if I can with a lot of things. Damn, got both of them. But at the same time, I always think, oh, being funny is so much easier, but I don't think that's me all the time. Like I heard intelligent people are very funny, but I just don't think that can be me as much as I am having my intelligent moments, or like moments where I'm thinking or something like that. And I often don't speak a lot because of either that or just the ideas of what I was talking about with the whole fear thing. And a lot of people are in their head about a lot of things, and I just, fear is one of the things I've just started to question, like literally before I got on here. That's what made me want to do this video. Because one of my coworkers was like, yeah, do one of these type of videos where you get a topic and you just talk about it. Because he said how the way I talk and communicate things, stuff like that, you know. I don't want to sound corny, but you gotta take pride in those type of things. Because that's where my personality lies in. I miss that. I'm over here PvPing, trick shotting on, like, what are these called again? Ads, bro? I'm over here trying on computers. That's crazy, bro. He just died in front of me, bro. R.I.P. And then there's things where it's like, even childhood things that are like, not minimal, but just traumas of like you not getting the type of reassurance that you need as a child can even be detrimental to your idea of what you want to do as a person. Unless you're like deliberately told to do it, you probably won't even see yourself doing it. Like people that go to college, they're really, you know what I'm saying, adamant about it and really good at doing it. Like school. And they, you know what I'm saying, they get their work done on time or whatever, but damn. That was a fucking, what's that ship called in Halo? I gotta play Halo, bruh. That is one of my favorite games. I gotta play that. I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, I was talking about childhood traumas and just the reassurance. I got a friend. She's like, that's the main reason why I brought up college, is because like she has 2 jobs and she's doing college. I think women just got that shit down packed where they could just, I don't know what it is about like hella women, but they just, when it comes to working, I think it's a mental thing. I think it's more of a bad thing than it is good. Cause like I've sat down and talked to a lot of women that have these type of stories where they have 2 jobs and all that, and college. It's a lot of women that do that, but they like that to not have This is something different. This is not even related to failure, but Hive. We started out with Vex. I don't think it's gonna. I think it's gonna be Hive. It might be who you start out with. I've been trying to figure out what this relates to. The jukes is crazy. I'm out here juking. Almost said I'm out here juking balls. I had to think about that. Oh my god, that would have been wild. And that's completely unrelated, but I'm just talking about like the childhood matters of how the way kids, or like how the way that just reflects. Let me calm down. Reflects and reinforces. Where's the little circle at? And I mean, this was a point so long ago that I still have yet to finish. And what I'm saying is that like I was saying, this is not even related to like fear of failure, but these type of women, they don't even allow themselves to get to a point where they allow thought. And fear is something that like has hella thought behind it. So a lot of these women that like either are too busy to sit and just, you know, allow things to be, they kind of damn, they just melted, bro. Please do not. I'm not even gonna shoot him. I need as much kills as I can get. I'm sorry. I mean, this go for males too. But I see this more, at least this type of like coping mechanism within women. I think men is like more like it's more of a gym thing where they put their mentality into their physique, and then like with women, they just kind of like, they make sure they're just very occupied. Whoa, that does not count. I dodged that. Slow down the cameras. I'm not slowing this down. I don't feel like editing all that. That was just a different point. That had really nothing to do with the main point of failure. That was just something I thought of. And it could be incorrect, of course. That's just like a small thing of what I've noticed. And like, and what I was getting at with that point originally was the idea of like reassurance, and how the way it ties into childhood was that these, like with women with like that have like so much going on for themselves, they still don't even do the things that are like they could do, even if it's please someone. Okay, even if it was something like, I missed that grenade, something like doing whatever they want to do, like even as something as little as like starting a YouTube channel. They don't allow it to like, they don't even allow themselves to try it out. So they don't see that for themselves, or they don't see that type of work for them. But then it's like, they do so much other things that are like, like less than, I wouldn't say, well, not less than, but like not as much like work, I suppose. I guess it's the idea of direction that is in fear too. Cause like I was saying, like with school and shit, you got some idea of how it's gonna go, what you're gonna do. But the idea for like, let's say like entrepreneurship, I gotta get taco, cuz. Oh, you left me to die. That's why I don't be helping out nobody. That's why I'm stingy with my revive. Dude, we're in 3 phases for this. That is so long. I guess that's one of the things too, is just the idea of direction. If you have no idea where you're going, like I guess that's what I lead it off with in the beginning, is you don't have no idea where it's going, but you have no idea where to take it to. So just a fear of direction, or not, or no idea makes it it's kind of scary. You don't know where to take it, so it's overwhelming. So maybe it's not even the idea of fear exactly. It's just the idea of overwhelming that becomes scary. Because like I said, if you get overwhelmed with it, you don't want that for yourself. I think this is good, but I'm gonna dismantle it because I don't know if I should. I don't know if I care. Why do I have this? But that gun expired. That's how old that gun is. I just shot myself, I think. Another thing that I didn't really think of, but I did think of it when I was like in fear of even what is going on? What are we doing? Capture all zones, round 2. What? They can do this? I've never seen this before. Dude, I've never seen this before. Am I weird? Was I fear of like, I think identities too. Because people get scared when their character gets, you know what I'm saying, represented a certain way too. And nobody wants to be known as a failure, I guess. But no success comes without failure. The work is scary too, though. But not necessarily scary, but like I said, with everything involved. Oh my gosh. Oh, y'all not gonna re-give me no more heavy? That's crazy. I thought I was getting unlimited heavy. Did it do that because it took us forever? Why am I like frozen? What is going on? Why is this so long? Is someone like making this longer? I am so confused. Oh, I was sitting in fire. I'm like, why am I dying? Go over there, sniffle puff. I'm just wondering why bro was like not dying. I've never seen that. What is going? I've never. Why is this so? Everyone must be getting like this. Has to be like some sort of a secret ending. I've never seen this in all my years of playing this game. And like I was saying about character that I meant to say like from the beginning. That's an enemy all in my grill. I'm thinking that's the homies. I'm thinking I'm getting pushed over by one of the bros. We got that one on lock. Is there any more? Homie over here by himself. What the? Foolish. Like, bro had to drop on me. I'm getting so many heavy kills. I think I was at like 38 when I started this. There's no way I missed that. I hope I'm getting the sword, bro. Half truth. Is that it or is that not it? 60. I did nothing. How did I get so orbs created? 0. I did nothing. Going back to my main point was people. Like, people are so judgy. Even in the idea of what you can and can't do, you'll like begin to question yourself because of those doing better than you. Even without the idea of comparison, you will do it yourself or someone will. Like, no matter what you do, someone's gonna compare you to someone, and people hate that because you know what I mean, because it feels like belittling whatever they got going on or whatever you can do. But like, I guess the most I can say is why, because it gets to a point where when you think, at least for me now, when I'm starting to think about things, it's just a bunch of whys. And I mean, some people don't even got to think about that when they do stuff. They could just do it. But for the people that like think things or think about things, and not even in the idea of potential, I guess that was like the main thing. It was like, you know, think about things that people want to do and what like instills that idea of fear. So I guess to conclude, it'd be like people and ideas, yourself. I mean, very obvious things, but just a little take on them, or like a to delve deeper. I don't even know if delve is a word, bruh. I think the word I looked for was dive, bruh. Sometimes you gotta combine words, bruh. The fear of rejection is also a thing that people don't really think about. Like, even when it comes to like, I mean, of course, with like people, asking out their significant other, their wannabe significant other, people they take interest in. People have that fear of rejection that they don't even allow themselves to get to the point of asking. But the whole what if they say no. And you know, you see like videos where people get rejected and it's more than a say no. Like, they obviously trying to dog them or something, or some corny shit. That shit lame. That shit's so corny to me. I hate people like that. I don't give no fuck who they is. Nope. To me, even if you look good, that shit does not matter. You should not think you some type of catch because you look good. Because anyone, I'm not gonna say anyone can just look good, but at the same time, you just so happen to look good. It ain't that serious. And for the most part, 99% of people could just look good. Shit, anyone really. I take that back. Anyone can look good. But the idea of fear controls us. That's the main thing that I wanted to get into, and it took me so long to get to that point. I just wanted to get into like the idea of it before I even talked about it really. And with the idea of like fear comes so much. I was gonna say, did I even do it? Because so many what ifs, and it's so easy to come up with a negative like conclusion that can psych you out. And my answer is just like, man, why, dude? I mean, like, I gave off so many examples earlier, but it's like all of that is just mindset, but yet it still controls so much. And I guess you can't know why. It's just like, it's just in your head. If you allow it to like win, then that's just how that's just it. But yeah, the idea of fear brings, what's the word I'm looking for? Cautiousness. Like, you're not necessarily scared, but you're aware. And I think that's the smart way of going about things. Also, that's bad. Being too aware is just bad. That's why I got this I ain't gonna show it on some corny, look at my tattoo, but that's what I got. 'Cause I think once you get to a point where you're just too rare or you're just too knowledgeable or too like known, it's scary because you let all these ideas of what you know be the factor of whatever is to come. Cause like when it comes to people, that's like my thing, and I like understand a lot of things. So when I pick up things on people, it's kind of like it's just sad, I guess. And not an idea that like people are imperfect, because no one's perfect. At the end of the day, no one's perfect. I don't even consider myself a good person at the end of the day. I forgot what I was talking about. I think I was talking about like my ideas of people and them, yeah, and them not being perfect. But like people try so hard to, even I'm not gonna sit here and act like I don't do this sometimes. Where like even if I notice someone's looking at me, I try my best to not know that they are looking at me. And then when you walk in and you end up missing a step and you stumble a little bit because you're trying not to make it seem like you know that they are watching you. Or I don't know if I worded that correctly, but that's what I'm trying to say. And what I'm getting at is like the idea of like perfect. That dog just saved that fucking dude's life, bruh. Get down, Mr. President! What the hell? Why did that dog do that? That was the most noble shit I've ever seen in my life, bro. Like I've seen some people taking shots for people, but that dog didn't stand not a glimpse, not even a fragment of a chance. He didn't even he didn't even have the chance of a seed of chance within chance to get a chance, bro. That is crazy. I'm trying to figure out. Damn, that was sad. I'm about to shed a tear almost. And with the idea of perfection, that's funny that I just like just switch. But with the idea of perfection, it leads to so much like, I guess, fakeness. Like people try so hard to preserve, or I guess preserve's the wrong word, or right word. I really don't know. They try so hard to like be someone they're not, just so they don't like look bad, and that's just fear within it too. Like not to just the fear of looking dumb, the fear of looking bad. However you want to equate it, it's another form of fear. And I don't know why people go so far out to prove these things. I guess it just become part of like human nature to like be something. Like I guess that's what everyone's idea of like of life has become. Be someone, be something. So with the idea of perfection or what this character you're trying to be, you got to keep up with it. And that's scary too. And this is just like fears in general, not even like the idea of like fear of like YouTube or whatever it may be. Even when I was about to do this, I have no idea what it was, but I guess just the idea of overwhelmingness. What? I don't even think that's a word, but that's what I was gonna say. I don't know. I don't know what the word is that I would use. I'm tired, so my use of whatever term is gonna suck. Cause before I've been thinking about doing a video like this for a while, like I said, and I guess that's the type of thing that I want to do. But there's always something like that you're gonna do to hold yourself back of something. I guess it would be better for me to just sit and then just have these thoughts roll out as they come. But I also just, I guess it's just a state of comfortability too. Cause like even when it comes to people that want to do new things, you gotta get used to it. That unfamiliarity, bro. It's so much harder when you're trying to like say these things. Dude, what is this dude doing? He's trying his best, okay? I guess there's just different things that come into the idea of fear. Like hell ideas I didn't even speak on. But like, for the most part, none of it matters. Cause like, it's just, I don't want to say excuses, but it's just reasons for people, not all the time, but for the majority, to just like let the idea of, whoa, these niggas are killing me right now. Let the idea of their comfort, what the fuck? I'm about to lose, bruh. Back up off me, twin. I mean, not to say that everyone's like just afraid of everything, so that's why they don't do the things that they do. But it's so much easier to like succumb to whatever idea that you want to give off, so you don't have to do whatever you want to do. And because at the end of the day, not doing something is much easier than doing something. As stupid as that sounded. Or maybe it's just not fear too, it's just like work. Like it's kind of fear. Where like I said, you don't know what you're doing. But it's more so just like dude, when I say when I talk to people, this rolls off the tongue. Like it's so much easier. But I guess it feels like I'm speaking to an invisible audience, so it's a lot more comfortable. So I guess that's like my mentality behind this, and why it feels like I'm trying right now, which is the thing that's like annoying and like scary too of itself that I didn't really think of until now. Like we have to try for so much. Damn, nigga died. What the fuck? He like stopped. He like moved forward and stopped right when it like jerked back. Like what the hell? I'm gonna keep this video going until I finish this. So I've essentially said majority of the things I mainly want to say. I didn't really write a idea or script for this because I kind of wanted everything to come out like off the head. And I'm gonna do future scripts on things I've already had, because procrastination is another thing when it comes to the idea of like, not fear, that's more so just avoiding, like avoiding work, avoiding whatever you gotta get done. I heard somewhere if you like shoot the floor, you do more damage. That shit said 500. I'm never listening to another person in my life again. You're a goddamn liar. You're a goddamn fibber. That's what you are. What did we start with? Damn, I don't remember. It wasn't Cabal. Was it Hive? It was Hive. Or was that the second one? Damn, I don't remember. I'm gonna guess Hive. Fuck it. I really don't remember. Was it Vex or was it Hive? I really don't remember. I should have been paying attention. We might be wrong on this one. Oh! Quit playing with me, little bitch. Quit playing with me, little bitch. Oh my god, I haven't seen this room in... That's disgusting. Damn, that nigga... Damn. Disrespect. Yeah, I'm not getting hit. I want to say I'm not finna lose to a room with a bunch of balls. Man, these sentences don't even be sounding crazy until like you think about it. Cause niggas be so childish. Like, why is you thinking that, bro? I think to conclude, what I was getting at is that fear can come from a lot of things. I guess no matter how the way you want to conclude it, I guess that's just personal. But at the end of the day, anything can be within the idea of fear. Like, I'm not talking about traumatic things. I'm not talking about like why you shouldn't go walk down a crazy street at 3 a.m. I'm not saying why you should do that alone. That's not that type of fear I'm speaking about. Just like the fear where people come up with whatever to avoid doing something that they want to do. Whether it be like even as simple as approaching someone that they find interest in, or they want, or they believe they have interest in. The idea, like the small idea of rejection, could just lead to you not even finding, even if it doesn't work out, probably a good friend. That's where a lot of people fuck up within that idea. A lot of people don't see as people as humans. They just see them as someone like that look good, which is like that's something that goes into something else. But just the idea of fear can take away from so much. Whatever you want to do, if if everyone thought like that, nothing would be anything today. Nothing would be nothing. You wouldn't have no such thing as streamers. You wouldn't have no such thing as music artists. I'm pretty sure 90% of everyone that has done something with their life, as far as like things of that nature where they go out their way to like do whatever they want to do, I'm pretty sure at some point in time they were not, you know what I'm saying, they weren't equipped with the idea that I'm doing this is me, I don't care what anyone says. That kind of just, some people either have it in the beginning or they develop it, and developing it is a lot harder. And you gotta, I feel like if you do have fear, I know this, I said this was concluding, but this is just going into other things too. I feel like if you do have fear, you're also knowledgeable of what can happen, and whatever can, it can't, whatever. So don't ever think you're stupid for thinking, oh, well, I'm stupid for thinking such and such can happen from such and such. There's nothing wrong with thinking what can happen. It's just, it becomes bad when you always conclude negativity as an idea of whatever should be the conclusion of whatever you're trying to think of. Because it's going to get to a point where it's hard for you to enjoy things because you're so scared of what can and can't happen. And these unnecessary thoughts lead to so much damage. And I say this to myself as much as I say it openly. Just be okay with things. As simple as that. Just be okay with things existing as they are. Not everything is out to get you. Not everything's a point someone's trying to prove. It's just not everything's like that. I say this to the people that are aware, and myself as well. Because at the end of the day, nobody knows you. Not in that. Not saying that you're. That this is. I'm saying this to as if anyone's a nobody, but I'm saying no one knows you like you know you. That's funny. If that ever gets like misinterpreted in the future, that's gonna be so funny. But that, it ain't nothing that's gonna hurt nobody. Always let whatever you're gonna think. It's so funny because I said I'm gonna conclude and I'm just talking more. Man, I'm just gonna conclude it. Because either way it go, I'm gonna keep on talking. Because whenever I get the opportunity to speak, I'm gonna speak. I don't really get these type of moments through my day to day. So hopefully this I just do this more. I just gotta edit this to at least where a point where it's entertaining. I don't even know if I'm gonna keep that part in. Probably not. Might cut out all this. Might not never edit it or do anything with it. Cause that's another idea of fear, man. What if it don't hit? Why? How would it? Why? Well, you shouldn't even care about that. This shit hits. That's it. That's to me. But shit. All right. So let me fucking conclude this shit. Okay. Let me finally get my actual conclusion. Dude, this shit makes you when you uncomfortable, bro. You act so weird. You act so weird. I guess you just gotta get comfortable with things. But to conclude, a lot of the things that people be thinking about just be in their head. I said this earlier, but I'm gonna re-say it all, just to reinforce something that they just scared of. Like whatever you scared of is whatever you're scared of. I can't really tell anyone what they're scared of, but all your whys are just gonna reinforce that. So at the end of the day, you kind of just gotta be like, okay, take it on the head and you know what I'm saying, do it, but also just why was his name that? Take it on the head and just you gotta keep going. Cause it like I was listening to a song earlier. And I was thinking about it was an Eminem song. It was "Lose Yourself," and I'm like, imagine if Eminem he just didn't do what he wanted to do. Clearly had the talent. Clearly had, you know what I'm saying. But the idea of stage fright. What if it blows? What if it bombs? What if they not messing with me? All these what ifs. You could keep telling yourself what if for however long you want, but if you never do it, you will never get there. And that's the way I'm just gonna conclude this. Peace, love, stay safe, stay healthy, man. Overall, stay healthy. Whatever works out for you is what works for you at the end of the day. I cannot tell you what's good for you, man. Stay healthy.